The Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja has organized her second General Assembly. The assembly brought together priests, religious, and the lay faithful to discuss ministerial collaboration in the Archdiocese. CTV Delphine Asu completes the report.
Since his assumption of office as the Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, Most Reverend Ignatius Kaigama instituted the General Assembly. This annual gathering is meant for priests, religious, and the lay faithful to deliberate on issues that will move the Archdiocese of Abuja forward. The second edition of the General Assembly had the theme Ministerial and Pastoral Collaboration, and it took place at the Pro Cathedral, Area 3, Garki, Abuja. The gathering began with the Holy Mass, officiated by the Chief Shepherd of the Archdiocese, Most Reverend Ignatius Kaigama, and concelebrated with his auxiliary bishop, Most Reverend Anselmo Morin, and other priests. In his homily, Kaigama emphasized the need for Christian unity through culture. He also called on the faithful to maximize their various gifts and use them to the glory of God.
Our gifts are to be used for the common good. Everyone here or elsewhere has something to offer. No one is so gifted that he or she has a monopoly of gifts. Do not feel intimidated about the gifts others exhibit. You have something beautiful and special about you. Don't let anyone intimidate you, no matter the array of gifts they exhibit.
After the homily, the Eucharistic celebration and offertory followed. At the end of Mass, the plenary of the General Assembly began. The chairman of the General Assembly Planning Committee, Reverend Father Benedict Ahamiogie, in his remarks, looked at the first edition of the Assembly in retrospect.
The theme of last year's General Assembly was the Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja together in evangelization. Last year's General Assembly was inspired by His Grace, Archbishop Kaigama's close study of the nature of our Archdiocese and the need for further evangelization. Conveniently, this coincided with the instruction from the Congregation for Clergy, approved by the Holy Father, Pope Francis, titled The Pastoral Conversion of the Parish Community in the Service of Evangelizing Mission of the Church.
The chairman of the plenary, Honorable Justice Benedict Kanyip, in his welcome address stated that the theme of this assembly is apt and shows that there is need for collaboration between the ministries and pastors, called for a memorandum of understanding between the religious and the lay faithful.
But the talk of collaboration implies that there are areas of conflict and misunderstandings. And so, as I understand it, issues to be addressed include the need for a memorandum of understanding between the religious and the Archdiocese, the need to foster at the deanery level a more active participation of all parishes, archdiocesan bodies, and ecclesiastical entities, the need to create a structure for a more harmonized pastoral approach to evangelical and missionary activity in the Archdiocese.
Declaring the event open, the convener of the General Assembly stated that we are all a part of the Church.
All of us together make up the Church. There must be collaboration between the bishops and the priests, collaboration among priests, collaboration between priests and religious, and collaboration between ordained ministers and the lay faithful. The lay faithful are not just an appendage, but active participants in the life and mission of the Church. Glory to Jesus, honor to Mary and Joseph. I now have the distinguished honor and pleasure of declaring this second General Assembly of the Catholic Archdiocese of Abuja open.
The Apostolic Nuncio to Nigeria, His Excellency Most Reverend Antonio Filipazzi, in his goodwill message to the Assembly, cautioned against the misuse of the General Assembly.
We have not to come to an assembly in the church following the wisdom of the world, our human criteria, but we have to follow the vision of faith, the value of faith, the criteria of faith. Otherwise, we are spoiling the church.
There were goodwill messages from the Anglican Primate, the Chair Lady of the Assembly, the representative of religious and top government functionaries. There was a presentation of Agbagi artifacts to the Nuncio, to the admiration of the faithful. In Abuja, Delphine Asu reporting.